Hi everybody, welcome to Make It Live. Make It Live is our new video series that we will be doing sporadically throughout the month. So Ashley and I are going to kick it off with some amazing projects that you can do at home. And through the month, design team members will be doing it.
Right, so you'll get a chance to do that, to see that from people.
Yep, so what you should expect is designers making cards from the beautiful countdown. So we get a lot of questions about cards and how they're made. So we have decided that we are going to show you how to make those cards in the video series.
All right.
So we're not tonight, but we're going to try to keep it to 10 minutes so it doesn't go too long.
Right.
Just so you know. Okay.
So
let's get started.
Right. Do you want to show, let's just start showing them maybe some of these things here?
So,
here, you want to just show them? We have it.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to be making these little mini notebooks right here. And these are just what are they called in the store? The Notepads?
Mm-hmm. They're called lined notepads.
Okay, so the lined notepads come here, and there's just a little bit of a cover that you can do, and I'm using just like school days here. These are the apples from the school day stamp set, and basically it's just for back to school. So you can give this, of course, to a teacher for back to school, and also using words to live by, inspire with that to get that beautiful mind inspired. So it's a cute little way to have a little bit of a notebook here and a little notepad for somebody to see.
Yes. You want to go to this one?
Sure. So this one here is another version just to show you that you can make this little project for anybody, any time of year. This will be kind of cool right now for the upcoming fall season. And I just use some stencils. What are these stencils called, Julie?
It's the Basic Stencil Collection Circle.
Yeah, and these stencils, some ink blending with my blending tool, and then stamped flower power.
Yes, so cute.
Stamp set.
Such a great stamp set.
I kind of messed up, or I just really didn't like the green there, and so I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. I stamped it, again, the vase, on a piece of white cardstock. Cut that out, and then voila, I have a different color.
Yeah, so this is if you make a mistake, like we all do. I know I make tons of mistakes, so you can just cut another one out and put it over the top.
Right.
Like nothing ever happened.
Right.
So fantastic.
Right, so that is another version, and if you're interested in another teacher gift, this is one that uses the Great Teacher stamp set.
Yes.
And along with flower power again, and the dot stencils.
Yes.
All right, so I just ink blended the dots, polka dot pattern, stamped just a couple of the different flowers, and then added the sentiment from Great Teachers. And this way, it's like it's a teacher gift and it's back to school, but it doesn't have like necessarily the apples type of thing. Not all teachers may like that.
Right.
So if you know your teacher likes flowers or something else, feel free to use other stamp sets that you have that might speak to them, and then pair it up with like a Great Teacher stamp set or a school day stamp set.
Yep, so cute. So fantastic. These paper pads, these lined notebooks.
Let's see the notebooks. Let's show them the notebooks.
These have been a part of our store for quite some time, and you can use them for anything. So I would tell you to go on Pinterest. And what are they on Pinterest called?
On
Skinny?
Pinterest, yeah, a lot of people call them skinny notepads or skinny notebooks or something.
Yes.
Like, I think skinny notepads is what I looked up. And a lot of people have a lot of different project samples for inspiration you could use. Different ways you can actually make a little cover for it. This is not the only way, of course. There's even templates already on our blog, Paper Train's blog. You can kind of just type in notepads, and then a lot of options will come up.
Right. They are so versatile, and you can do so many things. And honestly, who does not need a notepad?
Right.
Right.
And not just teachers, like any time of year.
Yes.
Right.
Such a great Christmas gift to people that you really like.
Right, so you guys want to watch me make one? All right. Let's see if I can do this here. So I wanted to tell you all the dimensions. So I just have a sheet of our Stamper Select white cardstock, and this is 8.5 by 11. And basically you're just going to need to trim your cardstock down. So on the 8.5 side, I'm going to trim it down to 8.25. So I'm just basically cutting off just a quarter of an inch. Just a quarter of an inch.
So just as a reminder, all the products we use, well, most of the products we use tonight will be in the store as a summer perk, paper tray summer perk, at 10% off. So you have a chance to get these products and make something yourself. And we are going to be monitoring the comments, and we are just going to pick a random comment, and that person will receive a $50 gift certificate. So please comment, let us know what you're thinking. We definitely want to hear from you and help you win this $50.
Yes. And so maybe you guys can win and get some. I see somebody commenting on there and wondering if she still has any of those notebooks in her stash. That's Suzanne Russell saying that. But Suzanne, if you don't, we're having a great paper tray perks tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
And for the next couple of days, and you can replenish your stash. All right, so back to our tutorial. On the 11-inch side, I am going to trim it down to 5 3/4 of an inch. So already pre-marked for video, so I won't stumble on time here. Julie, if you can take this cutting board for me, that would be very helpful.
Act here.
All right, so now we have our cardstock cut down to 5 3/4, the short side, and 8 1/4 on this long edge here. And what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to now score. So I'm just going to remove the mat just so you guys can see here what I'm going to score. But I'm going to score on the 5 3/4 inch side. And I'm going to start scoring at 2 3/4 inches, which is marked here. And if you have the newest score palette, it's really good because it has all of the different increments for the measurements. So 2 3/4, and then I'm going to score again at 3 inches. And I only like a 1/4 of an inch. Some people have a 1/2 inch here for their binding. And it just depends if you want to add 1 or 2 notebooks. I'm only going to add one notepad, I should say, for my project. So that's why I'm only going to use score at the 1/4 of an inch. If you're going to go a little bit wider, you might want to cut your cardstock on the 5 3/4 inch side a little bit larger to about 6 inches or so, or 6 1/4. All right. So, Julie, they're wondering how long the paper tray perks is going to last.
It's for 3 days. So it will be until well, it's really for 2 days. It's going to be till the 3rd.
Yes.
So the 1st to the 3rd.
Through the 3rd. All right, so I'm just going to just fold my scored lines here, and then you can see it kind of come together already into the little notebook holder. So now I want to get started with stamping. And for this particular, you haven't seen this one. I've showed you some other samples, but we're going to be using Ink It In Quoted stamp set. All right. And
that's by Lexi.
That is by Lexi Deatley. And I'm just going to add this to my block. Get some ink. Let's hope I do not fumble and mess up my whole project by dropping my ink pad. Don't you hate when that happens?
Yes, but you know what you do? You just put stuff over it. That's what you do.
That is what you do. So I'm going to start here by stamping one child because I'm going to be stamping the actual sentiment here. And then I'm going to go ahead and start stamping a pen next to it. So put this one here. I'm using soft stone because I want my pen to have like a silver kind of edge to it. All right, and
nice.
going to, what color should I start with, Julie?
Oh, let's do aqua mist. Let's
Aqua
just go
mist?
right into the
Okay.
aqua mist. I love that color.
Here's aqua mist.
Our first color in the store, aqua mist.
Really, first color? That
First
was
color.
that. Wasn't,
Yes.
I thought it was that and sweet.
Nope.
Spring moss. Yeah,
Yep.
spring moss. Yes.
Our first two colors. So pretty together.
I remember those days. I had to
know.
have it all.
I know.
Okay, so I don't want this to go on the back side, so I'm going to kind of mask it off by just stamping here on the edge. Like so. There we go. So, can you help me with that, Julie?
I can.
All right. So, I've started there with one child. Next part, I'm going to say one teacher. So, I'm going to get my one teacher set up here. And the reason why I'm doing it this way, where I am adding the sentiment first, is because I want to make sure I have enough space to add the pen on the opposite side pointing to it. So I'm going to add one teacher here.
That's lined up so well.
I hope it looks okay.
It's lined up so well. It's perfect.
Okay, so next I do my pen. Start with that little edge there, the little pointy part, and then, all right, which one you want to do?
Yeah.
We'll do hibiscus first next for the next color.
So pretty.
Ink it up. All right, so it can be tricky a little bit. You have to make sure you're not stamping on that side there. There we go. And the next sentiment is one book. I want to make sure I get my quote right when I'm stamping here. So one book will go here. And back to my pen point here. I'm going to put some ink on the tip of that pen when I'm done stamping all of the...
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. No,
I failed. I'm a failure.
no.
I'm not a good assistant.
Julie's helping me. You can't see. Julie's helping me like clean off the ink pen part, and she's doing a great job, but I couldn't find the stamp. And I was like, oh no, I lost it.
Oh, goodness.
I lost it, but no, it's
I'm
found.
enthralled by this stamping demonstration, actually.
Okay.
The fact that she's getting it so straight is amazing.
All right. One book, and next we have and one pen. So I already have my ampersand already on a block.
It's here. It is looking fabulous, that is for sure.
All right.
This actually is such a great stamp set. Really.
It really is. I really like it.
It's so fun, and it makes such colorful projects. It is just fantastic. It's right there. I had it ready.
You're perfect.
On time.
I have a lot of stuff on this.
Yes, you do.
Just like a crafter, we have
That's
a lot
right.
of stuff on the table. Right, guys? You guys have a lot of stuff on your table, and you're like, what did I do with that die? And it's underneath of like 500
Seriously.
other things. That's what just happened. All right. So now we've done all of our pen stamping. Let me do the pen point just to finish that off. So we're gonna have some black ink here. Just make sure I'm doing this right. I'm gonna stamp there. Okay. I'm always afraid I'm not lining something
it's
up
perfect.
right. So I stamp a lot of times on a piece of scrap paper. So you guys see this paper, this is like my little cheat sheet right here, and I just use that for stamping off or whatever it might be. All right, so now we add a little bit of the sentiment. One part of it, I say, this part of the last part. can change and I love this little script font that Lexi put right here.
Perfect.
All right, and then world. All right.
Now my favorite part is coming up.
You want to introduce the next part?
Although all of it has been my favorite part. Oh, yes. So Ashley's like, hey. I was like, are you going to color that in, Ashley? I was like,
she's talking about the earth here.
Yeah.
Right?
It's, you know, it could use a little something. I was like, hey, are you going to color that in? She's like, yeah. I used to have this marker and I could take it and use my ink to color it in. And I was like, hey, is that like the Copic colorless blender?
I don't know, Julie. Mine isn't. I mean, I have a colorless Copic blender, but I don't know if it'll work that way because I have another marker, which I really don't know what the brand is or anything like that. But I don't know. So we tried it out and it worked.
And it's so cool.
I'm going to show you how you can take your inks that you already have, your Paper Trink dye inks, take a Copic colorless marker, which we have in the store.
We're going to put that at 10% off tonight. Give us a few minutes after the live stream to get all that stuff in the perks section. Ashley will post the link because I don't think the slider is up yet. So
right.
Ashley's going to go ahead and post that link in the YouTube comment section or whatever section that is.
All right.
So you guys can just click directly from there and get into the perks and get all your stuff. So just give us a little bit of time to get that going.
All right. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, you guys. I hope you can see what I'm doing a little bit closer. But all I do is I have an acrylic block and I have my ink cube. This is just green parakeet. I'm going to use this color to color in the land. I'm just going to stamp some of the ink on the acrylic block. Put my Copic colorless blender marker pen on here, and then I just start adding in and coloring. I'll start with North America here. And you have to add a little bit more if you want it to fully saturate. Here, and I'll move on to South America and just color this on in, and it's just like, and you just have your own custom paper tray ink green parakeet marker just like this. And you're probably wondering, but now I'm going to mess up my colorless blender, and I'm going to show you really quickly on my scrap paper here. What you do is you take it and no more. It's all gone.
It's colorless once again.
Okay, so now I'm going to take, what is this, Hawaiian Shores, because I want some nice Hawaiian Shores water on my earth. And do the same thing for the water here. And if it's too saturated, you can just blend it out because this is a blender pen marker.
It's perfect.
Marker. I keep calling it pen, but you guys know it's a marker, Copic marker. So if you already have one, great.
Yes.
If you don't, get one.
Yep. And actually, they do like tons of other things, right? I mean,
yeah,
this is,
you can use it with the other Copic markers, of course, to blend the colors. But this is the way you can get like a custom marker color to match your inks. And then clean it off, and you're done. So let's see here. The last step is to take a notepad.
One notepad.
And take whatever adhesive you like. We're just using just this tape runner here. You want to use your favorite adhesive, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And let me make sure it's not showing here. You want to add it right here.
Perfect.
On the inside. No, Linda's asking if you need a colorless marker, Copic marker pen for each color, and no, you don't, because as you can see, I just cleaned it off and I'm starting over again.
Yep, totally clear.
It's not doing anything, and if I want to add some more, I'm adding ink, and there it goes until it runs out, and it will. And even if the tip might look a little so-called stained, there's no color here. This is a white notepad.
Yep, so.
And there is my finished.
You can add all kinds of embellishments. You can do whatever you want with this. We talked about layering on that, and Ashley was saying when she carries around a notebook, she doesn't want a bunch of layered stuff on there.
That's me. Everyone's different, right? Everyone's taste is different. I just think if I want, I'm a throw it in my purse or a bag type of person, and so I find if I do have embellishments coming off, they end up popping off. I love them, but if I'm using it like actively, a lot of times it'll come off.
And remember, you can, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you can also use a different medium for the cover if you want to make it a little bit more sturdy. You can use a heavier paper, you can use like a cardboard type of thing. So again, like the sky is the limit with this making these notepads, so feel free to do whatever you want to do. They're so great.
I completely forgot to add the person who said this quote, which is Malala. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. There you go.
Fantastic.
And that's it. That's the notebook. You can add, I mean,
So
this
easy.
is pretty simple with the pens and everything, different colors, but it's very colorful and simple. Of course, like you can see all the other samples here of different things you can do.
Yep. So again, okay, so again, we're going to do this view. So again,
We're back.
You guys can get this, most of these supplies at 10% off in the store. Even the Square Pal is going to be 10% off. All the stamp sets that were used are going to be 10% off.
Yes. The stencils, the dot stencils.
The dot stencils, which are fantastic. Right?
Right.
Oh, they can't see it because we're in this view. We're looking down like we've been the whole time. So take the opportunity to get these fabulous items to make this. And remember, you don't need to get anything. You can use the stuff that's in your stash already. So, these notebooks are for everyone in any style.
All right. So
I think that's it.
I think we made it live.
We made it.
We made it live.
We made it live.
And I didn't drop my ink pad and mess it all up.
And it's fantastic. So if you guys have any questions, we can answer some questions now.
Yeah, I'm looking here. Maybe a laminate cover. Yeah, that would definitely.
Just make it a little bit more sturdy to throw in your purse. And
yes, it's a good idea though.
Yeah, and the cool thing is too, if you do give this as a gift, you could include extra notepads so they could change it out if you make it a little bit more sturdy.
Yeah, with the laminate, because it'll be easy to do that.
Yeah. Yep. These things are just great. Like seriously, I've seen a lot of people add ties so it stays closed. So, the pad doesn't get dirty. So there's like 1,000 things you can do, and just look it up on Pinterest. You'll find tons of ideas. It's just we wanted to do this because it's just, as we're getting into the gift giving season, there's so many things you can do, and this gift is so easy to get, make.
So quick. Yeah.
So quick to make and easy to give to, we don't give everybody a huge gift for Christmas or, this is a great gift for a hostess for Thanksgiving or a party. You know what I mean? It's fantastic. So
right. And who doesn't want a little notepad to jot down their, to-do list, groceries, what you need to get done, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to randomly pick a comment, Ashley.
Yes. All right. let's see here. I am literally scrolling
Yep.
up and down, and wherever my cursor is on my laptop. Okay,
Yep.
you
So
guys.
so you know how when you scroll, it
I'm
just
really
goes.
scrolling up and down, and wherever it stops right now, whoever it lands on is the winner. Lisa Shanek. Lisa Shanek.
Okay.
Lisa.
I hope we're saying your name.
No.
Your name.
No, I didn't. Lisa Shank. I think that's right.
Okay, Lisa, please email customer service and we will send you via email your $50 gift certificate. Yay! And you guys, thank you so much for coming. It was kind of a late notice, but we were so excited to do it. So we will definitely be seeing you very soon. You will be seeing the design team at the next Make It Live. So they will also have things to offer. So just make sure you tune in, and we've had such a great time. I hope you guys have had a great time too. We'll see you soon.
Bye.